Yo, 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 we here. Real quick before my brother joins. Hey, bro, like, don't let, don't let nonsense take your energy. Somebody asked me a crazy question. He was like, yo, would I be wrong if I fought a stud because she want to be a man? I'm like, why do you want to fight a stud to begin with? Like, oh, well, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yo, don't let that, that's not worth your energy, bro. Like, it's probably nothing that serious. I'm like, so yeah, that's my thing for the day. Don't lend your energy to nonsense because at the end of the day, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth what. Yeah, don't do that, please. That's my. That is wild, and it it was one of those things. So yeah, so without further ado, let me bring my boy on. Here you go.
That was the wildest start to a podcast I've ever heard.
I mean, the point was don't let stuff take your energy. Like don't lend your energy to stuff that's not worth it. Like
Yeah, I'm sure your intentions were pure, gang, but that was just that was
that
a hell of
might
a.
just I mean no, it was about energy. It just happened to have a story that went with it that was wild. Like buddy
All
ran off the deep end, and I said it in a mild way. I don't even want to say it the way he said it coming out to start.
I mean, I don't know if stud is politically correct. Do they call
Stud
them?
stud is
Okay, okay.
stud is an accepted vernacular for those
Okay.
who don't.
Listen, I don't know, but okay.
I
Let's
know a
go.
few, and it's an accepted vernacular. The
Beautiful,
word he used
beautiful.
was an accepted vernacular. So
Okay.
I chose stud, but yeah, stud is
Okay.
accepted vernacular. So chill out, bro.
Listen, I know you on top of it. So look at you. You got your hairs cut. You got your hair stripped.
No, my hair not cut. Yeah, that word right there. Somebody in the comments said it, and that's the word he used.
That ain't
And
cool.
that's
We
not
don't
okay. You
we
feel me?
don't
Because we're
discuss that. We
allies
don't
over here on the All Done podcast.
big allies.
Honestly, I
Big allies.
think they were really fighting over a girl that they both dated. I don't know. It's really wild. It's really, really wild. I don't want to get
But
into it.
behold you, I know this is a new tolerant world, but in no universe could I see myself fighting a woman over a woman. I just don't. I don't see myself fighting a man over a woman.
What if
But
you don't know it's a woman?
still, I don't. I'm not the type to be. I mean, how? I'm confused now. Are we talking about like a surgical procedure? Like what are we?
Either way, that's off topic. No, I just
Okay.
told him like, bro, because he came
Okay.
out to me first, like, yo, Mike, this, that, and the third, and I'm like, yo, yeah, bro, no, I wouldn't do that.
I have a
Is it
couple
about?
family members who I guess would be studs, but when you look at them, yes, they have a certain demeanor, but there's a biological piece that.
That has nothing to do with. See, that's the problem. That's not my conversation to have.
Okay,
And it
not
is what it
mine.
is.
Okay, it's not mine either.
Well,
You're right.
let's
100%.
start this up. Yo.
Welcome.
Welcome to the All Done Podcast. I am Shake. That is my brother Tracy. Tracy, what's good?
Yo, man, we here for the family. I appreciate y'all joining us on another fantastic Wednesday. Thank you very much.
That brother's so smooth with it. Yo. We hear you feel me. I feel like you about to start that R&B album when you start talking like that.
Come on, we got a jingle. I'm about to.
Unpopular opinion. We do have a jingle. Yo, we gonna put the jingle out for y'all, bro. Like
Someday.
we trying to grow
One
the
day.
show. We trying to get stuff, and sometimes you swing and miss. You swing for the fences and you miss.
Sometimes
This
you
is one
do.
of those cases.
We'll
Yeah,
put it together though. It'll be cool for the audience. We'll make it cool.
yeah.
Trust me.
I'm gonna tell Beats holla at me.
Yo,
Mine broke. So as you see, I got some rose gold joints on. I got my ladies joints on right now, and you
but
know,
Beats really holla at us though.
yeah, Beats holla at us. We trying to make something happen. I need some studio ones, some
No doubt.
studio ones to DJ with. You feel me?
Let's get real out here.
We gonna post a jingle. We gonna post a jingle,
Nah, come
and
on, not yet. No,
we gonna
we gonna
post
put
a
a play
jingle,
together.
and
We're gonna put
it's
a play
giving,
together. We're
huh?
gonna put a play. We're gonna put a play together to post it.
Yeah, we're gonna try to make something happen when we post it. I wish I had an old video of us doing something, crazy. I don't know,
We
and
probably
it's
do.
just
We'll dig around. We'll figure it out. Y'all are
yeah,
here.
we gonna get it together.
Y'all
But
are here. Y'all are here to do it.
the jingle's funny.
Yeah.
It's giving four tops, not four tops. What is it? Five horsemen.
Yeah, sure. It's giving AT&T overseas
It's giving
down
it's giving five
outsourced.
horse when the five heartbeats change into the five horsemen and Slumdog Millionaire mix. You feel me? It's giving that. But yeah,
It's
we gonna
giving
play this.
AT.
We gonna get y'all the jingle. I'm gonna
It's
make
giving.
sure we get y'all the jingle.
Oh God. Here you go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
on it. But yeah, what we talking about, bro?
yo, it's a lot of stuff going on in the news, man, and good lord, the world's going to hell in a handbasket as always, and we're just here to chop it up and break it down for the family in an objective way. So we're happy to be here.
Yeah, we are happy to be here. And somebody said five heartbeats. No, it's when I don't know if you remember the part of the movie where they were trying to sell the album, but they wanted to put the Caucasian people on the cover, and I think they were the Five Horsemen or something like that. Five Heartbeats is an amazing movie,
Oh, maybe you're
by the way.
talking about the Temptations when they were
No,
talking
it
about
was Five Heartbeats.
Temptations.
It was Five
Had
Heartbeats.
that's a scene of the Temptations movie as well.
Coach was good. Nah, it was Five Heartbeats. But either way, we gotta what we talking about, bro? You said there's a lot going on in the world. One thing that we had,
Let me know.
one thing that we had going on, I posted it to the page and I seen it. It was a baby. Probably couldn't be no more than 4 or something like
Yeah,
that.
she wasn't no baby, but yeah, she was
But
a
she
young
wasn't
child.
no, teenager or young adult.
4 or 5 years
And
old.
4 or 5 years old, and she started twerking on camera. And the dad came through and gave her a quick pop. And according to the post, they say he's getting backlash for that, this, that, and the third. This, that, and I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the comments. Somebody singing, "It's very hard. It's very hard in the house tonight. Stand up."
I don't think there's no hearts
Which
in this.
heartbeat would you be if you was one of the 5 heartbeats, Tracy? Yeah, I'm off the topic. I don't know where my mind is today.
Eddie Kane Jr. without a doubt. Eddie Kane
You'll
Jr.
be Eddie Kane? You
Yep.
think you'll be Eddie
Yeah.
Kane?
I'll be Eddie
Okay,
Kane. Yeah,
okay.
without a doubt. Yeah.
I think I either be Duck or Dresser.
The Five Heartbeats wasn't my joint though. Like the Temptations movie, as long and drawn out as it was, that was more my style. But shout out to the
All
Five
right, so
Heartbeats.
let's get back to our topic. We got 2 comments with it. One said her daddy was right for yoking her up. Somebody else said, "Shout out to Key. What's up, Key?"
Yeah, what up?
He should have turned the camera off before he did it. Let me tell you something. One thing I know, old black folklore, I guess it's called. They say, "Will you show out, will you get woe out?" So
that's right. My mom used to say that all the time.
will you show out, will you get woe out? So
my mom used to say worked out.
Oh, okay,
My mom used to tell me that before we walked into KB Toys, and y'all don't know what KB Toys is, but
yo, KB Toy. Come on, we keep getting on topic, bro. What we doing here? But
I'm just saying.
So when you shot, when you were out, so now, it was a lesson to be learned. He did right, in my opinion. I would have reacted the same way to not doing that, but I think, so the bigger issue is the fact that he's receiving backlash for discipline. From what I seen, he didn't go crazy with the abuse. He gave a quick pop, quick correction. So
popped on a little ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, it was enough to shock her. She was more shocked than anything.
She stopped.
Yeah, she stopped. And I think some whoopings from being a child, it saves me as an adult now.
And that wasn't a whooping. Like I did see a lot of those comments, and there was a couple articles written about like, oh, he beat her. Y'all don't understand what beating is, because let me tell you,
Great right height.
Used to, oh Lord, you want to get into it? My mother had a name for a belt. It was called the Great White Height, and it was a white leather thick belt that my old school grandfather would wear to church and would hang in his closet, and it served a dual purpose as the Punisher. And so when me, my siblings, my nieces and nephews, uncles, whatever, would get in trouble, we would just, it was on some Kunta Kinte shit. And that's not to like make light of Kunta Kinte situation, but we really just had to lay on the bed and pull our pants down to our underwear, and she would like beat our asses one at a time down the bed. And it was like, it's tough looking in your siblings' eyes when they get whooped and know that belt, that the Great White Height is coming down the bed frame for you.
Now, that is a comment I agree with. One comment said, nip it in the bud early. He's trying to keep his daughter off the pole. But
Nah,
another
come
comment
on, man.
says this
That's
right here.
excessive.
I think it's excessive. Like I said, dance is a form of expression. So when she's old enough to dance a certain way, then fine, I'm cool with it.
And
But
we don't. What don't we do here?
I'm not gonna say that because we're talking about a 4-year-old, bro. So
I'm just
that's
saying.
what
But
we're,
you talking about when she gets of age. If she gets of
when she
age
gets
and that's her career
of age,
choice,
we don't hold hate.
okay, we don't. That's what it
So if
is.
she was to work on the pole, hey, it's good money. These girls are magical nowadays. But
I'm trying to say masterful.
nah, the question was excuse me. I want to know why it was still posted. Like, why didn't her dad delete the video she was making?
I wouldn't delete it.
That's real right there. Nah, I agree. Everything's not meant to be posted unless it was like one of those live situations. It was on Facebook or Instagram live and she was doing it, which that's a whole nother issue because why is she at 4 or 5 years old going on Facebook and Instagram live and unsupervised, because clearly it was in an unsupervised setting.
Maybe
So
it was on some sort of live that just got cut. I don't know that.
yeah, it's very possible it was a live, but like I said, that brings another issue. Then I think I'm not upset with him for his reaction to it. I'm not upset with I do have a question to why it was still posted. Like I said, it was probably live. Somebody probably screen recorded it, thought it was funny.
So listen, if you're that father and then you go back and watch that video, would you not post it? I mean, I'm gonna play, and put it in my context. If I was that father and I know I popped my little daughter on her ass for doing something she ain't grown enough to be doing, and I went back and looked at the phone and that's what I seen, I can't say
I wouldn't post it
that.
because like one of our comments says there's too many people that prey on children to be playing like that. So I wouldn't go ahead and post it anyway.
No, I posted because the twerking, that little girl didn't know what she was doing. Like she was just doing. You could tell she was just doing what she seen on some sort of TV or some sort of Instagram or something.
There's a lot of weirdos in this world.
Yeah, but there wasn't. I mean, if that's the case, your kid's outside in the bathing suit. There's weirdos in the world. If that's the case, right? If we're gonna play safe from weirdos, then damn. That's never gonna. There's weirdos in the world regardless. But the bigger lesson in the game is, this is not okay, and I'm checking my children from the door.
And that's fine. That's why I said if it was a live that like people just got hold of, shared, and copied or whatever, that's fine. But if he took the time to sit there and post it after, then that's more of a problem to me.
Why would it be a problem if he went back and
posting it?
Because I'm delivering a message to the public.
What public? At that point, you're being a father. That's not a public message.
Yeah, but then when you go back and see the video, then there's a message in the video. Do you not see the message in the video?
Don't twerk at 5 years old?
Yeah, keep your don't be fast here. Or as my grandmother used to say, don't be hot in your ass around
here.
But
still, like, how many other 4 or 5 years are going to go scroll through and see that, like, oh, well, he did it? Nah, I think the adults is who've seen it and shared it and stuff like that.
That's my point. It ain't about 5 years. Obviously, we don't care. 5-year-olds are 5-year-olds, but they're gonna do what they're shown, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
They see people do, right? But I'm not talking the lesson is not for 5-year-olds. You're missing the point. The lessons are for adults. That like you seen that little girl, and I'm sure we haven't shared this, and if y'all don't know what I'm talking about,
I posted it.
But I'm talking about the little girl. There's another little girl who's singing the Sexy Red song. Have you seen that?
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
She's like, I'm out here in Miami looking for the hoochie daddies. And she's like, got the whole mouthing thing and young little babies.
I mean, and I see that a lot with parents now. So I'm not going to say necessarily younger parents, but parents now. They into the whole doing TikToks with these inappropriate songs with their children. I mean,
no, because it ain't about. Read that comment. I think somebody just said another comment. Read that.
He doesn't want her twerking. He damn sure shouldn't want the internet seeing it.
Cap. It's cap.
You don't agree?
No, because it's not about that point. The internet seeing is the internet seeing. I'm not worried about that. But if I'm a person of my community, and I don't know this brother, but I'm strictly speaking from my boots. I don't know this brother, but if I had that same interaction and I go back on the phone and I see that 10-second clip of me doing some housework and my daughter doing some she ain't supposed to be doing, and the video is me popping her little ass, making her stop. That message needs to be delivered more. Because again, we talk about on this podcast all the time, duality. And we don't see the flip side of Sexy Red, Sukihana. And I'm not knocking those sisters. I want them to get their
They getting their bag, yeah.
No doubt. I'm not.
They grown.
But on the flip side of that, I need to see parents checking their children for saying, no, that's their entertainers. They're grown. You're not. So you're not going to act this way.
Parents keep parenting. I'm not mad at that sentiment at all.
That's my point.
Somebody, one comment said, I bet she won't try again. If you know kids, yes, she will. Yes, she will. Yeah, she's so well.
And as a parent, he should be able to pop that little ass one more time. You're not going to do that around here. And that's not going to be okay.
Parents now have an example to show their kids how not to act grown. Parents keep making their little children sing inappropriate songs, thinking that shit is cute, and that's it right there.
Yeah, that's it right there. That little girl that was singing that Sexy Red song, I gotta find it and send you. She had to be like those. It felt like when I seen the video, I'm like, damn, those must be like her first words. Looking for the hoochie daddies. I'm like, damn. Like,
yeah.
Had the attitude with it and all, bro.
It's one thing where it's a slip, like, all right, well, we just listen to the radio in the car, and then like the baby catch on is like, all right, but then you still correct it. It's not cute to, in my opinion, like I said, I can't tell you how to raise your child.
Right, so
I know how I am with my children, my bonus children, whichever one you want to call them. I know how I will be with my child when I have my own. But well, don't say don't do that. That's not an uh-oh moment though.
My bad. Miss Cool.
It's cool. That wasn't an uh-oh moment. I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like how you did that.
I'm my bad.
No, you good. But no. So everybody's gonna parent differently. I just know, to go back to the point, this is it's a lot of creeps out there. So you go ahead and correct them and explain to them why they shouldn't do that at 4 or 5 years old. When you're like it was my child, I tell her, when you're 35, do what you want. But from now until then,
I'll take it a step further. When you're 18, do what you want. Once you get 18, I can start looking at you as a respectable adult, with the caveat of as long as you're acting like a respectable adult.
Well, now see that's gonna lead into another topic in podcast for other.
But I do wait with the little girl. I do have to say also, and it's something that I noticed, right? These things aren't in a silo. I know how much you learn.
Silo.
It's not in a vacuum, so to speak. Right?
Not an isolated incident.
If y'all go, or it's not an isolated situation. When you go and see this video, and it's posted right now on our page, you look at the little girl, which I'm gonna go look at her right now. Mm-hmm. She had like her hair was done in a certain way that was conducive to this behavior. If I had to take a guess, right? So if you would have told me like it looked like weave. It doesn't even look like her hair, if I'm honest. Like, if you go back and look at it, it doesn't look like her hair. Like, that little girl, that doesn't look like her hair. It just doesn't. And so once you start to look at the image, again, portrayed by some of these things, while people are like, well, a child can express themselves and yada, yada, yada. Sometimes certain forms of expressions can lead a child to believe that I can live certain lifestyles.
Yeah.
Right? So because I'm putting weaves and I got my ears, right? Some of that stuff subconsciously puts a child in the mindset to say, maybe this is okay because I've already got the look. And maybe that's just my interpretation.
Comment, what y'all think about little Caribbean girls on social media dancing inappropriately? Everyone defends them because it's their culture.
I've seen that documentary. Netflix got a documentary about that.
I think it's weird to a certain extent. I don't knock anyone's culture. I think a lot of stuff. I think what makes a lot of things 10 times worse is the social media era.
Yeah.
Like to a certain. So like I said, it being their culture, and whatever. So before they used to do it, they used to celebrate. Everybody went home. Nobody really knew about it other than people that were in attendance. But now, at the click of a button, millions of people see it, and of those millions, you got 10,000 perverts downloading the video for whatever reason. So I think the age of social media changing. Like I think, example, you know, never mind. I'm not gonna go there with that one. But no, it was gonna be a personal story, but I just I opted out of it. But no, yeah, like I think if they was in the house and she did that, he probably still would have corrected her, but it wouldn't have been as big as a deal. Like,
No,
nah,
I mean, as far as the
you don't do
Caribbean,
certain things like that, blah blah blah. But the fact that she was doing it just to do it on camera and post it, which, like I said, I don't know why a 5-year-old would be live on Instagram or Facebook unless it's
I mean,
Ryan or something.
that's not crazy. That's not crazy these days.
Nah, to me it is.
Yeah, to you, but in the world you're living in, that's not crazy.
It still is.
These
Unless there was monetary value to it, like I said, Ryan or
these kids. That's what
Agent
I'm
Abby
saying.
or
But
something.
they had to start somewhere, right? Like that's these kids get cell phones and they parents. If it's something constructive or something childlike, then cool. But to get back to the Caribbean and people of different cultures living in their culture but being in the Western culture, right? There's going to be conflict there because in Western culture, especially in my community, Black American community, we don't condone that. We don't play when it comes to children, right? Sexualizing children in any way, shape, or form is not something that Black American culture is about at all. And so while that might be your Caribbean culture, and we totally respect that, don't be mad if we don't, our kids don't, participate, or we don't want to necessarily participate because for some of those Caribbean cultures, I've read and researched and heard people speak of, it's part of their culture, and that dancing and twerking is about their ancestors. And I'm not trying to knock nothing about nobody else's culture. That's fine. But on the same token, on the flip side, respect our culture. So when it comes to children, there will be nothing sexualized about children in African American culture, as there's never been, because it's just not something that we're about.
No, that's a fact, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. So, like I said, and granted, everybody parents different. Everybody has different rules and standards for their house. I just think we can't put Caribbean customs on American.
I'd agree.
Just look at the sexual predator statistics.
That's real. I would say, but not in my community, not in the African American community. But that comment is right as far as sexual predators. America does have a higher rate of that type of energy. They do.
Is it the
food? While it might not happen to be in my community, and I'm not going to say that obviously Caribbeans and other, the diaspora, the continent doesn't have their nonsense that they deal with as well. But Western civilization, that's a thing.
What word did you use before that?
What word?
The what?
Western civilization.
Before that.
I don't know. I don't remember. Yes,
it was die something.
The diaspora.
Okay.
Africa. The motherland.
Okay.
Where we all hail from. I mean, a long time ago, but yeah, where we all hail from.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right, as long as we're understood. But anyway, yeah. So in the diaspora, they have their stuff too. But in Black American society, that's not something.
Text me that word.
I got you to Google it, baby.
No, just text it to me.
I'll text it to you. That's not something we tolerate.
No, that's a fact.
And I mean, in other countries too, I think you're seeing, right? We talked about a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, about certain African countries banning, gays and transgenders, and we've heard these comments about across the globe being sexually liberated across the globe is much, much different than being in Western culture. Sexually, it's easier, and I'm not gonna say it's super easy here to be sexually liberated or live your true self. But in other countries across the globe, it is extremely difficult to go ahead and do the things that you want to do as far as identity and sexuality and those types of things. So, it's an interesting situation that we have globally.
It is. And that leads us right into what else we've seen. I don't know if I posted this or I know me and you talked about it, but
Go ahead.
I don't even know if this was a spoof video or not, but it was a mother complaining It had to be a spook. I don't think it was real. I don't know how real it was. I didn't
I don't
dive
know.
into it.
In my research, it's all over the place. I see people saying
Yeah,
it's real, people saying that this is not a thing. There's kitty litter. There's kitty litter boxes in high schools. There's not. It's a hoax. I don't know. It's all over the place, but I think it's worth talking about.
it's definitely worth talking about because yeah. So it was a mother complaining about how her son identified as a cat, like a
Yeah,
feline.
as a furry, as they would
Yeah,
call it
as a
out there.
feline, and with that, she took him to a vet, and the vet was like, "Yo, I can't treat your child because I'm not licensed to,
Yeah, because
and,
it's a human.
and because of how did he word it? Because of his biological anatomy or
Yes,
something like that.
he's not a
He's
cat.
not.
He's not
To
a
sum
cat.
it up, he's not a cat. I can't treat him." And she was like, "Well, that's discrimination. And I mean, even though legally you can't, it's still discrimination because if my son desires to be a cat, then he should be treated by a vet. I think he should be treated. Nope, nope,
I'm about to say, you're going to do
nope,
it? Are you going to
nope,
discriminate against these people? Are you going to
nope,
discriminate?
nope, nope,
I'm
nope,
going to
nope, nope.
discriminate right now. Okay? I will say
The Gen Z kids are identifying as animals, and I forgot the terminology. I didn't know
they're
that was a
called
thing.
furry. They're called furries.
I thought
That's what I
furry
call them.
was more of a sexual thing, though.
Feel like in my research, I've
Because
seen the term furries pop up a lot for middle school age, which I mean, this is part of the conversation that's going on globally, not just with the furries, but with like when you start to talk about putting sexual identities on children, who are you gay with at 13 or 12 or 11? Like, that's a question that I've had from the jump.
I
So
see, furries
I
did
don't know.
start off sexual. They would dress up as animals and meet at like a beach or
Yo,
something and get crazy.
I can't call it, but the point
I
is,
seen an
there
episode of
are.
CSI like that, and someone, yeah, it was
I
crazy.
did. That was a good episode.
Yeah, you remember that episode,
Yeah,
right?
that was really good. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. It was
So,
good. Shout out to
yeah.
CSI. Good
So
show.
furries is a thing. Once again, I think the world is starting to spin out of control with a lot of this stuff.
Mm.
Um, because like I said, you're not a cat. Like whatever fantasies you want to have, it's fine. I don't judge.
Whoa,
We don't judge on things like that. I don't.
whoa. What do you say? They can't identify as a cat?
Okay. Anyway, I don't identify. I don't identify. Now you got me all screwed up. I don't. I have once you're of age. I don't. I mean, if your parents consent to you being a kitten at, 5 or 6, I'm not mad at it.
Mm.
But then in that case, see, the issue is, all right, so here's the issue I have with it.
Go ahead,
Once you do that, you open up other doors. So cool, y'all want to let people identify as kittens? They want the little kitty to purr. That was a good one. Like once you open that door, then cool, because now I can identify as what I want, and I want to be a superhero. I am.
But we can't though.
Why not? You can't tell me how I get to identify. If we let people identify as animals now, you for sure can't tell me how I identify. Meaning, with that being said, if I get stopped by the police and they ask me for certain things, I don't identify as a human driving this vehicle, and I'm a damn superhero, so I don't have a license because I'm from fucking Krypton.
So you see the video of the black dude with the dreads that's like, I identify as a 35-year-old white man.
Yeah, that's been around for a while.
It's been around for a while, but it's it was parody at first, but how far is it from reality now? Maybe I don't know.
Wait, whoa, hold up. Are you reading the comments? Let me run through these few comments first, and then I got to get to one in particular. Furries was a cosplay thing at first, and the people took it far. People was like, "Nah, I'm dead as a cat. What up?" A Japanese man successfully transitioned into a dog in July, so they think anything is possible.
I believe it.
How?
Yo, they mutilate
How?
people mutilate themselves. I believe it. I believe it 110%. I believe it 110%. I believe it 110%.
I mean, if it was an adult, like I said, you're an adult, live your best life. If you find a doctor to help you do those things.
I mean, a Japanese man. I mean, look at Akon's hairline. Anything can be done these days. Anything can be done. You can do anything these days. You can do anything. You can do anything. Anything you want to do, you can do it.
Look at Akon's hairline.
I'm just saying. Anything
Yo,
that you
Akon, we
want.
love you.
Yeah, no.
Akon, we love you. You know, one of my
Akon,
favorite go-to songs.
I'm about to say, Akon, you only knew how much Convicted, those early albums from Akon really
Yeah,
shaped our
you
lives.
never took the time to know
But
me.
that's
That
not
was
the
my joint.
point. But that's not the point.
The
The
dog suit
brothers
was
went.
thousands of dollars. Well, then I will say, you know, brother Kanye West dressed up as a Bush.
Come on.
Like not like one of
So
the presidential family Bush, you know, like a literal Bush. And it was like camping.
I don't want to spend too much time on the cat lady because I think it's worth mentioning, but I think
No.
our motto, one of our mottos, we don't like to address the obvious. So it's obvious that, like, listen, you have to show some decorum, right, in public school. So you can't just do whatever you want, right? Because
you can't go piss in fucking sand.
Yeah, that's not life, right? So I mean, while I want to respect and honor your wishes, you gotta have some decorum in society.
You're not reading the comments though, bro. Like, of course there was I see with several headlines. How the dog suit was thousands of dollars, $2 million US, and I think that's like 22,000 yen.
Damn.
He went outside and went to the park and everything. Yep. So now let me see, because humans are the only ones that make these type of decisions, right? What if the other dogs don't mess with it and they attack?
Then I just
you don't have the jaw strength to fight a dog or another dog.
Well, you're gonna have to use some of your other talents because that's what you chose to do.
So like that only works in the human world, like the animal kingdom, like they don't play that.
Face down, ass up, retreat, bro. I don't know.
I mean, tailbones and elbows, and elbows.
I don't know what to tell you, and that wouldn't be my problem. I would have a tough time having sympathy for a person that went through that trying to cross, the species. I mean, certain things are just not supposed to be done.
It's called interspecies erotica, asshole.
Y'all have no idea what that's from.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
A fucking donkey show. In any event, moving on, man.
No, I'm not moving on from that because that's ridiculous.
I mean, it's society.
I thought, like I said,
maybe.
I thought it was a spoof post, and no, it's a real thing.
I'm gonna hope it is a spoof post.
Not that they're saying there were headlines about a Japanese man that became a dog.
I mean, we'll post them. We'll do some research and we'll post them.
I'm Googling right this minute. We can move forward if you want, but
I mean, how long you want to talk about people trying to evolve into a species that they're not? What is left to be said?
I mean, I thought we was tweaking when we just having regular people just fly out of space just because. Because
a couple months ago we had people go searching for the Titanic with a joystick. I mean, the world is the world, man. The world is the world. I'm not here to stop people from doing the things that they want to do. They're gonna do it.
Become a dog.
Am I gonna jump my ass in the ocean and go look for the Titanic with a joystick? I'm not, but it is what it is. Am I gonna be a furry? I'm not.
Oh, so he really just got a costume and he runs around with it. Let me tell you something.
That's what I've seen too.
But he got a special one made, so he probably could pee out of it and everything. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you this right here. If you want to wear a dog costume, come to Mississippi. Watch how fast you get up out that costume.
Hot down there.
We've been averaging 105 the last 3 or 4 days. Yeah, so go ahead and wear your furry costume. Unless it got a built-in AC, your ass is grass.
Nah, because they got the fur on dogs is insulated. That's how dogs do it.
I got dogs. Well, my parents got a dog. Okay. He outside for too long, that tongue get to hanging, he starts crashing to come back in. It's hot.
It's Chico?
No, Chico said, chill out. Rest in peace, Chico. This is Hershey.
You're right. Rest in peace, Chico, though.
Hershey, Chico been dead for about 3-4 years now. This is Hershey.
But I like Chico. I like Chico. Good dog. And then
Chico was cool as hell. That's crazy. Let's get off the furries.
It's all over the place.
What else popping off? Keke Palmer and Usher.
Yo, your girl, bro. That's your peoples.
How's that my peoples?
I don't know. I know too many people that are like cool with her antics, or I know people that were like cool with her antics maybe like 4 years ago when she was kind of doing funny style stuff, but then now they're like, she might be taking it a little far to me.
What was
Like
she
for
doing
all
4 years ago?
she was doing similar things. I think there was a time where she was accusing Trey Songz for sexual assault. And I don't take sexual assault lightly. And I think women, if you're gonna accuse a man of that, you shouldn't take it lightly either, right? Like you should be able to go to the police. Like we're talking about real
I
charges.
think that came out to be true, wasn't it? The whole Trey Songz thing?
I mean, he didn't go to prison.
I don't think he went to
Didn't.
prison. I don't know. I thought it was
He
true.
wasn't
And you
charged with anything.
get more stories with him, so I'm not gonna judge her for that.
No, okay. We've had a lot of stories. My point is that Kiki has been very vocal in the media for the last, and I think to a certain degree,
She's been keeping herself relevant.
No. I think to a certain degree, she started in like Nickelodeon, Disney. So I think the Kiki problem, my twist is, I think when you start to get these child stars, they kind of never turn out right. You know what I'm saying? Like they never give me like Hannah Montana. Look at Miley Cyrus.
She's doing well.
Yeah, but she went through some shit.
Twerk, all right, so
twerk, Molly, twerk. Right? Like
I don't think he was literally talking about Miley Cyrus, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Somebody said the Trey Songz Kiki thing, they settled it. But well, a lot of these child stars go through a lot. You know, you got the Orlando Brown.
That was my point.
They go through a lot. Shout out to Nick Cannon for coming out on the other side of that. You know, he was a childhood star.
Yo,
look at
Nick
now.
is one of the only ones, maybe. Maybe Nick is one of the only ones that's like, yo, this dude grew up, and to a certain degree, he seems normal, seems like a solid dude. I mean, granted, I don't know how solid, I have to take a little bit of that back, because I don't know how solid you are with 12, 13 kids. Like, that's dysfunctional, right?
Not if he's taking care of them.
Stop.
Not if he's taking care of them. But Kiki was corny for doing a video with Usher. Chill out, don't do that.
Michael, stop it. I love Nick Cannon, but 12 kids is not taking. I don't care how much you quote unquote taking care. No, it's not functional.
What about the gospel singer who has that many children? Like she's up
who?
Kiki Wyatt.
Yeah. Okay.
She has like 10
or
11.
Are you sure that's the example you want to use?
She's doing well.
Was she always doing well, or was there a husband or two or boyfriend or two in there that was problematic?
I don't think so. I think she's doing well.
Okay,
I think her husband is doing really well. Kiki was corny for posting. Kiki was corny for doing a video with Usher. Who the fuck wants to be a single mom? A lot of people. I know a few people who just wants that title or wants to say my baby daddy is that.
Yeah, I mean it's cool until it's not.
So
the comment says Zendaya. Okay, but what? I don't know how poppin' Zendaya was and how young she was. Exactly, that's the other piece. That's it, right? A lot of people don't know Zendaya. I think some people do, but she's not a. Keke Palmer's a household name. Zendaya's not really. I love Zendaya.
Somebody gonna tell me?
She plays in Euphoria.
No clue what the hell that is.
You don't even know. I'm about to say. So, like Zendaya stuff is not mainstream stuff. She's very talented and I love her, but I don't know if a lot of people know her like that.
So like it said her baby father was insecure, should have never posted on Twitter, which is true, and then it says but she dragged
that's not.
I'm not gonna go with the she dragged.
It's true. You said that's true. Her baby father was insecure and should have never went to Twitter. That's true to you?
Yeah, he should have never went to Twitter.
No, Kat. No, she went to Twitter. She made it public. So I'm going. I wouldn't do that now. Now, granted, I can defend points and not do that stuff, right? That's called subjectivity or objectivity. I wouldn't have taken it to the internet if I was her. But she went to the internet. She took it public by grinding on Usher. She got her mouth open. She's
at the show, enjoying the show.
Okay. You're right.
Nah, but
you condone her actions because you didn't say that the last time we had this conversation. This is a follow-up.
It's just whatever. Like, yeah.
No. I didn't ask you that. I said, do you condone her actions at the Usher concert?
At the Usher concert, like, yo, listen, go out, have a good time, enjoy the experience. Why wasn't he with her at the Usher concert? That's the question.
Because someone has to take care of the baby.
Okay. That's what you're gonna go with, okay.
So you're not
Okay.
give me a yes or no. Is it yes?
What? Do I condone it? I'm not gonna say I condone it, but I don't condemn it either.
Okay, cool. But you don't condone it.
I'm
You
not gonna
wouldn't be
say I
cool if it was.
condone it. I'm just like I said, if my lady wanted to go to an Usher concert and he was singing to her, let Usher sing to her. Like,
Yeah, man, she was dressed like Kiki in the sheer joint. Her cheeks was out.
have a
You'd
good
be cool.
time. You know where home is.
Her
And
cheeks was out. You'd be
if
cool.
you choose the other route, you know what? We gave it a good go.
All right, I feel like that's my energy too. That don't make you cool though.
And that's another thing. Somebody said people put that video online before she did.
I
So
don't
now,
care.
but back to
It's
her with the
irrelevant.
Usher video. See, now back to her with the Usher
Yeah,
video. Some people say
because
she's
now it's confirming what we were just talking
what?
about. That it was intentional. Like she was doing intentional nonsense to like
I
either
think
for
when
clout
Usher was
or
first singing to her, she was being extra, and that's that's cool. That's who she is. If you watch her show when she had a show on Disney, that like she was an overactor, like she was extra. That's part of who she is. Even if you watch her shows, like she's real
fine.
animated when she does things.
I get it.
But to say what she's doing now, they're childish and they're immature. No, they're smart. That's marketing right there. Everybody's gonna talk about this video.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna talk about this video.
It's smart. The marketing.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. Now, ain't that what they say?
Okay. Listen, I will agree with that point if Kiki doesn't want to have a tangible relationship with the father of her child. Because while I'll agree with you to a very slim extent that okay, no marketing is bad marketing. I'm gonna get another movie. Usher got an album coming out this year, which I'm excited for. That's what he said on Big Boy a couple months ago. He told me, yeah, I'm excited for. So cool. If all of that is just marketing, then are we gonna market at the cost of me as the baby father? Because that's what you're telling me that we're market at the cost of who I am as a human being. Because no woman's gonna be bad for that man going forward, bro.
I'm gonna ask you this.
Go ahead now.
How would you have reacted to that?
What you mean? Wait, what am I reacting to? The Usher video?
Huh?
Her trolling me after she disrespected me?
I'm talking about the video after the fact. Would you not have said she's not trolling him? She's going to get the money.
My boy.
He's a stay-at-home dad. Somebody got to work.
Right. So then you better tell me that homeboy got paid for her getting that opportunity, because that opportunity doesn't come to light if the Kiki stuff is not popping 2 months ago, right?
True.
Okay, so then she better.
But it did happen.
All right, so cut my boy a check.
It did happen, and she's just taking that energy and that momentum. Because I think she came out as bisexual right after, right?
No, you trolling.
Like because she's not trolling him. Sometimes it's not about the other person. It's about getting the money.
The whole opportunity is about me. There's no opportunity without me. What are you talking about? There's no opportunity without me. I'm the opportunity. I live it.
If you're a stay-at-home dad, he has to do what he has to do to get the money.
No, there's no money in this. I'm not saying Kiki's not talented. Yo, God is my witness. I love that sister. But that Usher opportunity does not come if it's not for me airing this shit out publicly. And so you better cut me a check or acknowledge.
He is a stay-at-home dad. He doesn't have to work. What other check do you want cut?
Come on now, don't do that. Don't disrespect. I heard he's a personal trainer.
I'm not saying it as a knock.
No, I heard he's a personal trainer and he works very hard. So you aren't gonna do that.
I'm not saying that's the thing. When I say he's a stay-at-home dad, I'm not saying it as a knock.
All right.
Sometimes people will be stay-at-home dads. She's getting to the bag. Cool. I'm gonna hold the house down.
Yeah, there's a line, not in a disrespectful tone. We've talked about this before. I
think that would have been looked at as, she was at the Usher concert. If he didn't blow it out of proportion.
My boy.
If he didn't post and say, oh, this is how a mother acts out or something like that. Everybody would have said, oh, Keke Palmer was at the show, they danced, boom.
My boy,
it would have been over with.
Girl. At the time, that's his girl.
God.
That's his girlfriend.
You never took the time to know me.
No, listen to me. If I'm claiming you to the world, and that's what you're showing the world, that I'm
She's
claiming.
an entertainer.
I don't know. Not like that. Not no more. And I mean, clearly. If
he's a screen out writer.
Right, whatever. clearly the boundaries weren't set between them two, right? Because if she's an entertainer and he felt like, yo, we've already had conversations about what it's going to be when you get outside, and that's what it's going to be when you get outside. But clearly he was confused because he wasn't expecting that energy.
We got a comment that said they're just two childish people. He shouldn't have done what he did either by posting his feelings publicly.
Cap. She did it. She started.
I guess I go back to where you Charles, where you get woe out.
That's it. Because you put it out there. You already embarrassed me, to my knowledge. Because we don't know, and I'm not talking about, he's not a big
All right, so I got a question.
Go ahead.
Before that situation, right? And he posted it. Did you know who he was?
Yeah, I knew he was some weird dude. I remember people a couple months when he first got Darius, I believe.
Did you know that beforehand? Because I didn't. That was my first time hearing his name ever.
They were in People magazine, I think like a couple days ago, where he was talking about he's moving on. Like
a couple days ago. I'm talking about before the incident.
Yeah. This was why I follow Kiki, because I want to like her. I follow Kiki. I like Kiki. So I
love Kiki. I'm not knocking Kiki. I love her.
She got pregnant. A lot of people like, yo, who's her baby father? Honestly, during that time, if I remember correctly, a lot of people was trying to figure out, like, yo, who's her baby father? Who's her baby father? Who's her baby father?
Nobody knew who she was with.
That's right. And then they
posted.
So
for this incident, if he never posted and said anything, they would have a private life. They could have. And with that being said, no. With that being said, they could have had that private conversation.
No, the anonymity been gone. Like, it's been gone. Like, you're trying to make it seem like they got like a newborn baby and people still don't know who this dude is. Like, no. At this point, people know that was her man. And
because of the post.
No, it's not because of the post, bro. They knew maybe like, cause they did a whole photo shoot. They did a maternity shoot.
Okay.
They did a whole maternity shoot. She put it out there. And then that
to this day, I still don't know how that man looks. Well, and like I said, once again, this is not a knock to them and their relationship. What I'm saying is, some things you keep in home.
Nah.
When they raise it for us,
you took it out the home. You took it out the home. So be clear. You take it out the home.
Exactly. See? He couldn't have talked to her when she got home. He had to make a post to make a point because she embarrassed him. That's not appropriate either. Some things got to be handled in home.
Yes, it's appropriate.
Tracy, granted, we're far from a couple, but we've had disagreements before, right?
Of course.
Did we go posting? Did we go post? Did we go posting like on? Nah, see how Tracy acting.
Nah, I don't know. I don't care. Because now all of y'all commenting, all of y'all on the order.
Oh, you don't agree with nobody.
All of y'all, all of y'all. Y'all are assuming like y'all know this man's relationship. The same way y'all start making those assumptions, that man could have been already talked to her. He could have said like, "Yo, this is." So
why are you still with him?
Because maybe they had understanding until she got in front of Usher and wanted to show her ass.
I mean, listen, I'll be honest. You put a lot of women in front of Usher, they're gonna fold.
Okay, well then that's what J. Cole said. J. Cole said, "I don't care if it's Michael B. Jordan calling my woman, she ain't never picking up." That's what Cole said.
Okay. Until you put her in the room with him.
Well, then there you go. Well, then that's where you go. That's where you
tell me you're going to put my shorty in the room with Killmonger? See, that's the situation we're going to avoid. We're not going to put them in the room.
When you looked at the message, it didn't seem like he was like I'm just on some jealous shit. It seemed like, yo, we have talked about this, and I told you that this is not the way I want you to act. It didn't seem like, oh, no, she's just showing out. And I'm just no. It didn't seem like that. Then maybe I'm
like. It seemed like a jealous brother. To me. I agree that they might. You have a conversation with your significant other about how and it's a mutual conversation. Like, okay, I expect this, that, and the third, and she'll say, okay, but I also expect this, that, and the third. So a lot of people think that, especially now, because I don't need a man to tell me what to do. A lot of people look at that as a bad thing and say, oh, well, I expect this of my woman. But like I said, it goes both ways. I expect this of my man. She's an alpha woman. She needs to be with a man.
We got to wrap this up. We didn't even get to our last topic.
I don't even know if that's a thing.
No, it's a topic. That's a real topic. We gotta talk about that someday.
I
We're
don't
not
know
gonna
if
talk
that's
about
a
enough.
thing. Yeah, that's the we might have to have a guest on and talk about
No,
the
that's
whole alpha
cats.
woman thing.
It is a thing. It's a thing.
I don't think it's a thing.
I do.
It's not that I don't think it's a thing. Um, like I said, all right. So like I said, when it comes to that whole alpha woman thing and the strong woman
Yes.
thing,
So
I'm not
this is a
mad at you.
vehicle.
I will never be mad at you for doing your thing in the world. And,
No, I
and
would be.
I tell my lady this all the time. And if she wasn't busy, she could come tell you. I always tell her I will always treat you like a queen. Always, you will always be a queen. No matter what the circumstances, we can hate each other more. You'll always be a queen. But understand that I'm a king. So I don't care if she's making more than me, less than me. Neither one of us making anything to say she's an alpha woman. She needs to find an alpha man that could. Nah,
I'm not
that's
gonna get
who you
into it.
chose to be in
I'm not gonna get into it. Go ahead and
You're
finish
not
your
gonna get
point.
into,
I'm
but
not.
that's who you chose to be in a relationship with. So just because he's not at the same level as you, like socially or even financially, you chose to be with that person. You chose to be with that person. So don't say, "Oh, I can treat him how I want because I make the bread."
Okay.
Because Tracy, let me tell you, see, Tracy's full of shit, and Tracy's full of shit, and he's holding it in because he's gonna wait to unleash in another episode.
Time for another
Time,
day.
times like this is when we need a Patreon so we can run it back on Patreon and go
Yeah,
crazy.
real quick. Yeah, put a pin in that one. Put a pin in that one. Yeah.
Alpha, wait, so what are we putting in, Kiki and Usher or
No, the
Alpha?
alpha woman. Listen to me, and I
Yeah,
need to make this clear.
Alpha
Again,
woman
we don't
thing.
want to talk. We don't want to talk about people because I don't care about Kiki and her relationship. I don't care about that light skinned brother that she with. That's not my problem.
I didn't even know
But
he
I think it's
was light
important.
skinned.
Yeah, light skinned. But
Like,
I don't want to.
that
It's
makes
about
sense.
using. It's about using. Oh, you fool. It's about using these people as a vehicle to have conversations about potentially everybody's
Yeah,
relationships
this
and the things
one was
you like.
about boundaries and respect.
No doubt. And I mean, we want us to get to at least one more topic. What you think? Can we squeeze Michael on real quick?
Let's cover it in 5 minutes.
Go ahead, chop it out.
Michael Laura, ex NFL player, who's made real famous by the movie The Blind Side that told the story of a young what's the word I'm looking for?
Foster?
Disenfranchised? No, not
He's a foster
disenfranchised.
kid.
Yeah. He was brought up rough, and
Yeah,
his
his mom
Caucasian
was a
family pretty
drug
much
dealer.
took him in and
That's the
got him
question.
recruited.
Now I don't know if they took him in. Now I don't know if they did that either.
I'm just saying it, like he wasn't playing football at the time they found him.
Okay, I don't know if that's to be true, but okay, maybe.
We listen. All right, so somebody says y'all know y'all argue too much for a 5 minute cat. No, we don't argue. We have passionate conversations,
No,
heated
and
conversation.
this one is quick because I want to bring it up because I think in this conversation it's about, and I want to get my partner's take on, and not even maybe my partner's, because I think I know what Gabe was gonna say. It's really just about, people think that sometimes some of these people that are coming in our community looking to do right, that they're actually doing right. And so now this was a very large story for a very long time that a lot of people stood on, and it turns out that maybe the family that was doing the conservatorship, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and that's what the headline is now. Like the movie portrayed it as they end up adopting him, and he loved the family, and he went on to play at Ole Miss, and then he's drafted into the NFL, and it was a love story. But he is suing them, saying that it wasn't an adoption. They tricked him into signing a conservatorship or something like that, and to profit off of pretty much his likeness.
yeah.
And I don't know if he said he didn't receive nothing from the movie. He might have not received nothing from the movie or something like that. Of course, he got paid for playing in the
I don't know
NFL.
the details, and I don't want to know the details. But the point is, the person whose life story was profited off of doesn't feel like they got their just due, and to me, that's problematic enough.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Whatever the money split was, whatever the family got, if y'all took this kid in, and I mean, even if he never played football, this kid is 6'6", 300, and I mean, could have been a bum, but I mean, it wasn't a crazy gamble. A little bit of a gamble, right? He could have got hurt, right? Anything could happen, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Michael Orr, he looks the type.
It was an investment. It could have been an investment.
He looks the type, and so I think it can end in 5 minutes because I think me and you see eye to eye on this. Is like the family should do the right thing, and I don't know what the right thing is, but whatever Michael is saying is the right thing. They need to honor that man's wishes.
He just wanted his just due. He wanted his just due. He wanted his share of the profits from the movie and everything. We were blindsided, and Sandra really wanted us to offer a lot.
She definitely did.
Now, that's one thing I won't agree with. I don't think she should lose her Oscar for it because she's an actress. She's an actress. They gave her a script. She read the script. You know, because didn't the brother that played Michael Orr win an Oscar too or something like that? Didn't he get? I mean, he got bread. If he didn't get an Oscar, he's getting bread off the movie though. So we're not gonna cut that off. I did see a post that said Netflix story about to go crazy. It's gonna be called Blind.
Shout out Michael Orr. You need to get on Hulu, baby.
Yeah, man, go for it, bro. I want that brother to profit from whatever he can from this.
I'd watch that. I'd watch the Michael Orr story told by Michael Orr. I'd watch the hell out of that.
Why wouldn't you?
That'd be good. That's great TV right there.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, so I hope that brother gets what he deserves. Like MLK said, we coming to get a check.
No doubt.
How you gonna wrap this up?
You want me to go first?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about, because I think this episode does boil down to, we talked about boundaries, not only respecting others in relationships, not just intimate relationships, but father-daughter relationships. Like we talk about respect and boundaries in relationships. And so I will wrap this podcast up by saying, like, respect, you're only going to be given the respect that you demand. And so for that father, he demanded respect from his daughter to act a certain way in his presence. And so he acted accordingly, right? Michael Orr didn't demand that respect. And so now he's got to come back, some odd years later and try to get that respect and maybe financial compensation, or maybe even like the verbal saying like, hey, maybe we didn't do as much as we said we did for Michael. Or obviously in Keke Palmer's baby daddy situation, like, I don't know if he demanded that respect or if they had that in their home. But I think the overarching overarching goal of this podcast was to talk about those boundaries and respect, and to deliver the overarching message that you will only get the respect that you demand. And if you don't demand respect, and if you don't set any boundaries for the people in the society around you, those things are going to be hard for you to come by.
No, that's real. I'm gonna wrap it up by saying a lot of stuff we gotta keep it in home. We speak about the twerking, the Kiki. We skipped the marriage as a contract. We'll circle the block on that. But with the twerking baby, that video should have never been posted if it was just recorded in home. If it was live, that's something else. We know that. The whole Kiki's child's father. I hate the term baby daddy. Kiki's child's father. Bro, if you don't tweet that, this doesn't blow up. You could have still been upset and handled it at home. I mean, I don't know what the dynamic of your relationship was and what y'all talked about beforehand. But yeah, a lot of stuff, stays in home. Let's work through these things. I mean, like I said, not the obvious stuff that someone should be notified on, but a lot of stuff can be fixed in home. Don't let everything's not meant for everybody to see and to hear and to know. Even and the crazy part is about me saying that is I'm an open book. I talk about everything, but some things got to be handled in the home and between that intimate relationship or that couple. So yeah. And secondly, let's stop being ridiculous. Nobody can be a damn toaster if they want to be a toaster. So
you're offending people. You're offending people. Let me say you're offending people. You're offending people. You're offending people.
What
right
I'm saying
now.
is, I'm cool.
Right now.
All right, I'm done then, bro.
Okay, cool.
I'm done, bro. That's all I got. Keep some things at home. Let's be more realistic with each other. Let's love each other. Get through it all.
No doubt. No doubt. And on that note,
This podcast is
all done.
done.
Till next
Peace,
week.
love.
Family.